Welcome back to Think Like a Native, Unlocking Fluent English. I'm your host, Victor, and today we're diving into a skill that brings all your English learning to life: conversational strategies. Over the past 5 episodes, we built a strong foundation. We started with thinking in English without translation, then mastered phrasal verbs, idioms and slang, pronunciation, and understood the role of cultural nuances. Now, it's time to put these skills to work in real conversations. Being fluent isn't just about knowing words. It's about using them to connect with people naturally. That's what we'll explore today. When I first started speaking English regularly, I could form perfect sentences in my head, but in conversations, I'd freeze. I didn't know how to start talking or keep the chat going without sounding awkward. It wasn't until I learned some simple conversational strategies that I began to feel confident. So, ascended to conversational fluency. Why conversational strategies matter? Conversational strategies are the glue that holds your language skills together. You can have perfect grammar or a great accent, but if you can't start a conversation or respond naturally, it's hard to sound like a native. These strategies help you start and sustain conversations with ease. Build rapport and show genuine interest. Navigate cultural differences to avoid misunderstandings. Feel confident in any social setting. Today, we'll cover 6 key strategies to make your conversations flow like a native's. 1. Starting conversations. Small talk is the gateway to deeper conversations in English-speaking cultures. It's light, casual chat about safe topics like the weather, hobbies, or recent events. For example, you might say, "Nice weather we're having, isn't it?" Or "Did you see that new movie?" These open the door to more meaningful dialogue. You can also ask about someone's day or plans, like "How's your day going?" or "Got any fun weekend plans?" These questions show interest and invite a response, setting the stage for a longer chat. 2. Asking open-ended questions. To keep the conversation flowing, ask open-ended questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. For instance, instead of "Do you like to travel?" ask, "What's the best place you've ever traveled to?" This encourages the other person to share more, making the conversation richer. Try questions like, "What do you love most about your job?" "What's a hobby you've always wanted to try?" 3. Active listening. Listening is as important as speaking in a conversation. Active listening shows you're engaged and builds trust. You can use techniques like nodding or making eye contact. Using verbal cues like "I see," "That's cool," or "Tell me more," summarizing what they said. For example, "So, you loved the food in Italy. What was your favorite dish?" For example, if someone says, "I just went hiking last weekend," you might respond, "Hiking sounds fun. What trail did you do?" This keeps the conversation alive and shows you care. 4. Handling pauses and silences. Pauses are normal, but they can feel awkward if you're not used to them. Use a pause to think or let the other person respond. If it feels too long, fill it with a follow-up question or a related comment. For instance, if the conversation slows, you might say, "Speaking of that, have you tried the new cafe downtown?" Don't rush to fill every silence. Sometimes, a brief pause can lead to a deeper topic. The key is to stay relaxed and natural. 5. Using humor. Humor can lighten the mood and build rapport. But it's tricky across cultures. What's funny in one culture might fall flat in another. Stick to safe humor, like poking fun at yourself or sharing a relatable story. For example, "I'm so clumsy. I spilled coffee all over my desk this morning." This is universally amusing and invites laughter. Always gauge the other person's reaction. If they don't laugh, shift gears and avoid forcing more jokes. 6. Cultural nuances. English conversations vary by culture. In the US, people tend to be direct and expressive, while in the UK, politeness and understatement are common. For example, an American might say, "I love your shirt," while a Brit might say, "That's a nice shirt." Understanding these differences helps you adapt. Be mindful of sensitive topics like politics or religion, which can derail a conversation if brought up too soon. When in doubt, keep things light and observe how the other person communicates. This week, I challenge you to start at least 3 conversations with people in your daily life: a coworker, neighbor, or even a stranger at the store. Here's how. 1. Use a small talk opener, like commenting on the weather or asking about their day. 2. Ask one open-ended question to keep it going, like what's been the highlight of your week. 3. Practice active listening by summarizing or responding to what they say. 4. If you're feeling bold, try a light-hearted comment or story to add humor. Don't worry if it feels awkward at first. Every conversation is practice. Share your experiences on X with hashtag #ThinkLikeANative to connect with other learners. Conversational strategies are your ticket to sounding like a native. By starting conversations, asking great questions, listening actively, handling pauses, using humor wisely, and respecting cultural nuances, you'll communicate with confidence and ease. Next time, we'll tackle listening comprehension to help you understand native speakers in real time. Until then, get out there and start chatting. Every conversation brings you closer to fluency.